joins us. Mr. Tanti, good morning. We've seen...
very good morning.
We've seen clear focus on the renewable energy, but do you think more needs to be done? And if you could give us some moves that you're expecting in budget or outside of budget to help renewable energy.
I think government has set the very clear focus and ambitious target. Now the challenge on execution part and also in the consistency of the momentum. So we strongly believe is that whatever the fiscal benefit like GBI, accelerated depreciation, some import tax benefits and other thing, I strongly believe it should be continued for the next 5 years. It should not be a one-year policy or anything, because our target is 2022 to 175 gigawatt we have to deliver. I think that fiscal benefit should be continued, number one. Number two, there is a huge discrepancies between the wind and solar is there. Ultimately, both are renewables. We believe is the uniform the incentive or fiscal benefit for wind and solar should be available, so that the momentum of both the sector is required, because it's a huge complementary energy source to add in our energy portfolio.
Okay. Mr. Tanti, we'll just get back to the budget expectations. I just wanted to ask you about the news of Suzlon winning an order of around 71.4 megawatts from Gujarat Industries Power Company. It was just announced. If you could just fill us in on the details. How much is the quantum? When do you start execution? Addition to margins?
No, this project we have to deliver in the next financial year. By December 2016, this will be executed in the Gujarat, the 71 megawatt projects, which is a state PSU, and they have given the repeat business to us. And the margin point of view, as you know, that we are already running out the 16 to 18% between that. Each project is the EBITDA margins we are driving. And this is a good project is coming in the state of Gujarat, because there is a good windy sites are available. No doubt it's the tariffs level is low, but it's a PSU perspective for the requirement. It's a very good investment for the PSU state.
Okay, so Mr. Tanti, with the current order book and the kind of visibility that you have, do you think in FY17 you'll be able to come back to profit?
No, the current financial year we will come to the profit. Next year anyway it will be the more profit. Okay. Because the last financial year we have done just 400 megawatts of the delivery of the projects, and the current financial year almost 2.5 times our growth is coming, okay, which is a quite good momentum, because we have just received in the first quarter our money of the sales of the German subsidiary. So we have just to perform in the 3 quarters. But within 3 quarters, we are very aggressively executing the projects. A. B. We have reduced our some fixed cost. B. C. We have enhanced our contribution margin or EBITDA margin. So all these put together, it's giving the profitable situation in the current financial year. And the industries is growing, almost 30% growth is coming up this year, but we are growing more than 30%. And the next financial year, again, the Indian market for the wind sector will do the 30% growth from 3 gigawatt to 4 gigawatt level. It will move, but we will grow more than 30%. So that is the momentum is there. And we are well-established player in the domestic market, working in all the states, and the very competitive product and technology and end-to-end solution provider. So we have a quite opportunity for growth and to unlock our margin.
Okay, fair enough. Mr. Tanti, now coming back to the budget, how much of an incentive do you possibly expect for DISCOMs when it comes to renewable purchase obligations, and how much of a pickup do you possibly see in FY17?
I think whatever the RPO is set by the central government for all these states, by 2020 we have to achieve a certain percentage, and by 2030 it should be a 40% renewable. I think that roadmap for each state should be rolled out. Okay, these are the targets for the 2020 and these are the targets for 2030, so that the momentum of the purchase obligations should continue, because currently it's up to 15% level of the clarity of the state level is there. Okay, we have to deliver that, but I am confident the central government is working on that, and maybe the next financial it will be rolled out. I don't see it's a part of the budget process.
Okay, Mr. Tanti, you said that some more steps are needed on execution. If you could give some more clarity on that.
I think most important, the alignment between the central government targets versus the state government target, because ultimately executions and delivery of the projects are coming on the state levels. So requirement of the investment on the infrastructure, particularly the grid infrastructure, which is extremely important to execute the project of the wind and solar. I think that momentum has to come from the state government with the central government supports. And the second thing is the biggest challenge is always to execute the project for the acquisitions of the land and other things. So we have to allocate the certain area where the good windy site is there, where good sun is there. Those sites should be earmarked, which is not good and suitable for agriculture sector, because we have to give a highest priority to agriculture sector. That allocation of the site should be done, and that is required for the 5 years planning, where our 175 gigawatt of the projects will come in the country. We have set the target. Now it's an execution plan, and planning is extremely important for the state level, so that we can able to roll out our executions, and we can work on a alignment that. Number one. Number two is whatever the FIT systems are there in the wind. So every year, more or less, it's a renewal is coming. So what is happening is there, it's not give up the good visibility for any manufacturing capacity investment in the state. It should be required a 5 years policy framework clarity for the regulators. Okay, these are my first year pricing is there, and every year this much reduction will come. In the 5th year, you have to reduce a certain percentage of the tariff, and that should be the clarity. Now you should go and invest in the manufacturing so that the manufacturing base can grow. Because a huge capex investment is coming in manufacturing, and visibility is not more than the 1 year. I think these are some of the areas our improvement is required to bring the momentum. Because I am confident 10 gigawatt of wind and 10 gigawatt of the solar in 1 year is possible to execute. Let's see the China. In 1 year, they are delivering the 35 gigawatt wind and solar. Why we cannot able to deliver 20 gigawatt?
Okay, fair enough, Mr. Tanti. We're going to leave it on that note. Thank you very much for taking the time out and speaking with us. So that is Suzlon talking about their new order win, which is a renewed order, plus FY17 should possibly see the company turn into the black on the bottom line. We'll take a break.